What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. Today's story takes place in downtown Los Angeles in 1990. I had caught a case for obliterating the serial numbers off a firearm, and I'm facing a probation violation. So they got a hold on me for probation in downtown LA. I believe my case was in Torrance Court, if I remember correctly, but the probation was in downtown LA. So at this time, I go to court. They still had one court tank for everybody, the blacks and the Mexicans. And so it's very crowded, a whole lot of people. Blacks was still deep back then, still deep. Bunch of riders from all different sets throughout LA County. And there was this famous case that had taken place in LA. You may have heard me touch on it before if you're not aware of it, but the homeboy BJ from 46 Neighborhood Crip had bamboozled some Eight Tray Gangsters out of dope deal. He gave them gold medal flour instead of cocaine, $14,000. And they was hot about it, and they retaliated. And this was well known, documented all in newspapers and on TV. So everybody in LA knew what was going on. Some innocent girls was killed in a red Hyundai. And so they was going to court or trial for like 3 years or so, about 3 years maybe. So this is during the time while I'm incarcerated. And I go to court. It's a bunch of youngsters. I'm young at the time too, but it's a bunch of youngsters like 18, 19 years old. And they're kind of looking up to me for whatever reason, I guess for age reasons, I don't know. But, you know, they hit me up. Shit. From Neighborhood Crip. Which one? From Rolling 60s. Ooh, you just hear all this loud noise. And I'm like, oh shit, what did I just say? You know what I mean? But a couple dudes from 40s and 9-0, they like, what's up, big homie? You know what I'm saying? They hollered at me, they with me. It's only like 3 of them and me. Everybody else is from like Playboy Hustler, Playboy Style, 9-9 Mafia, Hat Gang Watts, all these different sets. And so they tell me, big homies will be in here in a minute. I don't give a damn about no big homie. What that mean? So they're like, oh, nigga, you know, it's gangsters up in here. It's a neighborhood. So the youngsters is like, they feeling that, you know what I'm saying? I can feel the energy. They loving that, but they don't really know how it go. They done came from Los Padrinos and wherever else, and they looking at me for guidance, but mind you, I'm still young, and I wasn't no jail nigga at the time, you know what I'm saying? I just started going to jail like 4 years. And so, I mean, I ain't saying I was no stomp down nigga or no leader or no orchestrator, none of that, right? I'm just another inmate, but I'm in general population. Crazy D, Timmy Tucker, them dudes' name was ringing from that case and from the gang war between the 60s and Eight Tray Gangsters prior to them catching the case. And they had the Crip module in 2100, 2300. If you see my interview with Lil Creep, he spoke on that. He spoke on Crazy D's reputation.
Crazy D came down to our module one day with Crazy D had that rep. Crazy D jumped up cuz you gonna stop woofing right now? We're gonna tear this motherfucker up. That was that. I was just happy to get out of there alive, man. I gotta be 100.
So Crazy D's name always been popping during my tour. His name always had been popping. And so this particular day, you know, I'm kind of feeling myself, pumping myself up, or the youngsters kind of got me pumped up. And these other dudes from other sets, they not really aggressive. I mean, they letting it be known where they from, you know what I'm saying, in the politics. When they talk about the big homies, I don't know who they talking about, and I don't give a shit who they talking about. Never in my mind do I think they talking about from Eight Tray Gangster. So I'm waiting on the early bus to get up out of there. You know, if you've never been to jail, it's usually a bus that comes like lunchtime to pick dudes up, clear the tank out, and you know, send you back to your permanent housing. Those that are still in trial or haven't seen a judge yet, stay and catch the late bus. So I done already been to court, and I'm ready to go back to my permanent house. So it's probably approaching, it ain't like they got clocks up in there or you wearing a watch, but it's probably approaching 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe about 11, 12. And so now dudes is coming back from court. And it's these loud motherfuckers. These dudes are loud, like super loud, like, nigga, it's already crowded in the tank, so everything's loud. Everybody's trying to talk over each other. You got dudes over here talking about this set and that set and why they in jail, and dudes over here doing the same thing. So everybody's voice is kind of higher than the next person. So it's loud, and you can't really hear everything. You can't focus on everybody. There's too many people. And so I climb up on the bench. I stand up on the bench, so I'm above everybody. I always like to be on the bench so I can see everything. And if anybody, you could get taken down easy standing on a bench. Somebody just rush your legs, boom, it's a wrap. But I like to stay high in case I got to kick a nigga or jump down and sock a nigga, but I could see everything going on. Now, I already put myself out there dissing the big homies, dissing, you know, some OG niggas or whatever that I don't even know, ain't even seen. So these dudes come back from court, and they loud and shit, and I hear dudes say, here come the big homies. Another dude come up in front of me antagonizing me. Yeah, here come the homies. What you gonna say now? And these dudes walk in. Neighborhood Crip. These dudes turn their back toward us. They like in the front of the cell. We all the way behind them and in the back. I'm not gonna say all the way to the back. That would be wrong, but behind them. So they turn around and shit, and I hear them talk about gangster this, gangster that, and they saying it emphatically. And I don't know who these dudes are. I see them. One dude, he got these big old traps and shit. And you could tell he a little cut up. Another dude, he's kind of big. Mind you, I'm skinny, so I don't know what size them dudes are now or whatever, but they big to me. And they older than me. They got me by probably 3, 4, you know what I'm saying, maybe 5 years. I didn't check no birthday, so I don't know how old they was, but they older than me. BJ was older than me. And so I hear a nigga say, Crazy D. Oh shit. I only know one Crazy D. I know a whole lot of D's from a whole lot of sets, especially my own, but Crazy D? That name rang bells back then. Oh shit. For those out of town, Crazy D and Monster Cody's book, Eight Tray Gangster. And then I hear nigga Timmy Tucker. Oh shit. Like, oh wow. So it's like 6 of them. Like, I know it was 6 of them arrested, but in my mind, I only remember it being like 5 of them. Not that it make a big difference, but about 5 of them, I'm like, oh shit, what did I get myself in? And these dudes trying to pump them up, and they like yelling out, nigga, Mafia, gangster. we quiet as a motherfucker, but I'm already mentally and physically prepared. Whatever, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? At the time, what you gonna do? Be a punk out? So them niggas keep going, gangster this, gangster that. The deputies come in. When I call your name, yell out your last three, step up, put the handcuffs on. You're going back to the county jail. I'm sitting there basically saying, man, I hope they call my motherfucking name, because I know I'm going on this early bus, and they calling out names and shit. Boom, they finally called my name. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm out of here. All right, cuz, all right, y'all take it easy. All right, neighborhood. I know I'm getting the hell up out of here. It was kind of like soldiering, but not really, because I represented and stayed down before the deputies came to transport it. But I ain't gonna lie, man, I was worried. Them big old dudes was gonna get on me, man. I'm like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? I remember at one point, Crazy D turned around, he said something like, yo, what that gangster like? And you know, that riled dudes up and shit. And I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, man, no altercation, no dissing each other, none of that type of shit. But that was my first time meeting Crazy D. Not meeting him, but running across him. That was my first time running across Crazy D and Timmy Tucker. And I would later run across Crazy D again in the Crip module when it was moved to the 3000 floor. He had came down on appeal in like 1995. Yeah, about 1995, he came down on appeal on this case. Crazy D was a well-documented Crip throughout the 80s, the whole 80s to the mid-90s. Haven't heard so much about him since then. Don't know what's going on with him. But what I do know is some of the 60s and 8 trays, some riders from 60s and 8 trays have been powwowing, meeting up, you know what I'm saying, hooking up. And so I want to give a shout out to them dudes and the homies that are trying to make amends for that war that's been going on since 79. Just want to give a shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And those that ain't with it, you just ain't with it. Shout out to you for staying down and staying in your place. But as you get older, you're going to see that it's a much better thing to have peace than to remain at war. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's what it is, man. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I know you was looking for something violent. I know you was looking for a get down, a squabble, a knockout, or something. You know, I don't always engage. You know, I don't have as many violent stories as y'all would want or other people might have. Nevertheless, I keep it real. I'm out of here, y'all. Be sure to click that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I tell all sorts of stories here. Some violent, some not so violent. Some funny, some not so funny. Some climatic, some not so climatic or dramatic. I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.